Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Welcome to another episode of Connecting the Dots with S&G. I'm your host, Jeff Harold, alongside the beautiful Shay Charende. It is April 1st, April Fool's Day. You understand what I'm saying? 2026. You know what that means. We have another icon in the building. Now, he was here before dropping that knowledge, and he is here to drop some more knowledge on us from service to stability, helping veterans plant roots. Now, tonight on Connecting the Dots, we're sitting down with a man who didn't stop serving when he took the uniform off. He just changed the battlefield from defending this country to helping veterans find something many still struggle to secure, a place to call home. This is more than just real estate. This is rebuilding lives. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one, the only, the icon, Ken Sikes Sr. Welcome to
All right. You got to start already.
Welcome back to the show. Welcome back. Now, if y'all, I got to let y'all know I am actually in the process of working with Mr. Sikes to get a home myself too. You feel what I'm saying? So there's some stuff I got to get to him very, very soon. Of course, life happens, but we're gonna get that back to. Okay, what's going on?
I'm trying to get in there. Too.
Yeah, we gonna lock you.
I ran into a little problem on the way, but I'm coming.
So y'all better lock it in.
And that's what we want. That's what we're gonna talk about. Shay said she have a little problem. I'm gonna show people that they really don't have the problem they think they have.
Okay, y'all. So I'm be honest. So I had a relative get a hold of my information and open up some cards and stuff. So like when I'm hitting them up, like, hey, I'm ready. Woo, woo. He like, hey, this where you need to be.
Right.
So, I know I'm good. I go check. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. I ain't good. I ain't ready at all. So I had to hit somebody he recommended for me to get right.
Yeah.
So, working on it. And look, I'm going to be honest. I'll even show it to you. So the first one is where I started, and the second one is just after 30 days.
See, she's gonna be a perfect example for y'all.
But I'm coming. I was for real. Like the first interview, so I'm ready to hear what the second one gotta do. So I'm ready. I'm working on it because I'm ready to.
Right. Yeah.
I'm ready to get on over there, y'all.
And before we get into the actual new information, because I know it's layers to that new information, I'm going to ask you, a few questions about, life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness. You know how the military do. Right. So I'm gonna start from the beginning, the man before the mission. You feel what I'm saying? Now, where did your journey in the military begin?
See, actually, I was listening to you. My journey is not in the military. My team is all militant.
Oh, okay.
My marketing team is all militant.
Oh, okay.
And so that's where I get. You would think that I'm part of the military.
Yes,
by the way, I'll be rolling with them.
You move, you move like it. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. I like that though. That's one of the great things about it. See, when you're around them so much, you'll definitely figure it out. Now, I want to ask you something, because this is one thing that is a little bit more, mind-boggling than most people, because usually when you have a civilian working with military, that there can be some strong tension. So how were you and those veterans able to bring it all together and work together?
Oh man, that was unique, because they had taught me a lot of things that I didn't know, right? But because I have family members that is military, it was easy for me to connect with them.
Right.
But I understood them. You know what I mean? I kind of understood them from the perspective of they are militant.
Most definitely.
But and they are kind of strong at what they believe. And so, and that's how I am, and that's how we connected.
Now, and also, how did you begin working with military at that point? Like, how did that come about, like in the earlier years?
Well, early years, it's actually the later years. You guys actually are friends with one of my guys who got me started.
Really?
Yeah, and that's let me call what y'all call him. We call him. Matter of fact, that's who got me in touch with you initially. Jonathan.
Oh,
Yeah.
my man Jonathan.
Yeah.
My man Jonathan. Okay, yeah, I know. Yeah. Shout out to John.
So
I love that
so
guy.
you know how Milton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. He got me by a landslide on the military thing. I was one of those like S-bag soldiers. Like, oh God, I was showing up late to PT formation, drunk all the time. I was bad off. I was so bad off, but it's one of those, like, when it comes to the housing situation, right? When it comes down to military, there are so many, resources and things that we get approved for, but they don't understand on the back end.
Right.
This is all. I mean, yeah, you're a vet, you have this, right? But you still
got it.
yeah, right. Yeah.
That's where we're gonna start from, right?
Yeah, let's run it.
Because we're here to serve the military. And let me say this. He said, don't call us VAs, call us veterans.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I didn't understand it until he broke it down to me. But yeah, we are here to serve them, and they are 100%, 70%, 60%,
Yeah.
But at the same time, on the back end, we talk about the debt to income ratio. So they have all what they need as far as the scores.
Right.
But then the debt to income ratio is where they got to come together on.
Okay.
So in other words, debt to income ratio means your debt versus your VA benefits.
Right.
Okay, so that has to meet. And that's where we have to get some of the veterans to understand.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So we hold it up to our end by no credit scores required. The credit scores.
Right.
And it's not important. We hold it up to that.
Right.
But at the same time, we're looking at here, we got to understand the lenders saying, okay, well, you make X amount of money, X amount of dollars,
right,
but you got X amount of debt. So how you going to pay me?
See, and they still need their money too.
They still need their money too. Right. And we have ways, and they have ways to make it happen, but it's not on paper.
It's just not on paper.
And so that's where they come in at. That's where we come in at as far as the debt to income ratio.
Okay, I like that.
So I'm glad you mentioned that, because that is the major issue that's happening now with veterans. Not standing, because they hear the marketing, the promotion say, well, no credit score needed,
right,
guaranteed that you got 100% veterans. They hear that, they're hearing that, but then they're not been told the back end of it. Right. And that's what I'm here to just deal. I just told you the back end of it.
Yeah. Okay. And that makes more sense, because I've seen it where people go to the VA, where when VBA was inside of VA, now they have their own deal somewhere out here in Dallas. But I've seen it to where veterans go in there. Of course, when they give you the paperwork, or they like run everything, they tell you how much you could get approved for. It's not a guarantee that you're gonna get that, right? Because I remember at one point they said that the paper said what, 36,000, and I'm like, oh, okay, but my credit score at that time, unbeknownst to me, was like a 507. So I'm thinking, oh, they're going to take me anyway, regardless of what the situation is. But I had to do some research.
That's right.
Understand, ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to understand something. And this may be across the board, but I know this is for veterans, like just us. A 620 credit score. 620 is what could actually get you in the door to possibly getting a loan to get in the house. You feel?
Okay, yeah. Let me help you out.
Talk to me.
620 credit score, you definitely is in there.
Mm-hmm.
The credit score that will work with the beginning is a 580.
580.
Yeah. If you got a 580, you're there. Okay. Now with the 580, now we're gonna work on that debt to income ratio. But a 580 would get you there. So some people do think it's 6 and above,
right?
But 580, we can start there.
Oh wow! So if y'all have a 580,
trying to step with a 7. So
step. You gonna step hard with a 7.
I was trying to step with a 7. I was learning something.
No, for real, like that's serious.
So if you coming in there with a 620, 630, 640, it's like a no-brainer for the most part. Even 580, even 585 is still very doable. No problem at all. So the only problem is they come in with 580, but then you can hear me say this a lot, and their debt to income ratio is way above 60%,
right,
70%, and that's what the lenders look at.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And then you have some of them coming in with 580, or some coming in some coming in with 800, but they come with 800, but they have a debt to income ratio is like 80%. What that means is this: they have a lot. I have one guy particularly, he's a veteran, and his credit score is 810.
Damn.
But
damn, what?
He was only qualified for a $70,000 home.
Why?
Because he lived off his credit card debt, and check this out, and everything was paid on time, no late ever. But his debt to income ratio was so high, so he thinking, you know what I mean? Look, Ken, I don't have no late. I mean, 810. I'm saying shit. I wish that was me, but like but so he's like 810, but then we looked at it. He got like 9 credit cards, all maxed out, but and everything paid on time, no late nowhere. But that's how you end up not getting home because of the income ratio. So what we try to do, we try to give a class that try to show you eliminate this, eliminate that, eliminate this, but he couldn't because that's how he lived. Because you know, because he was locked up for a while.
Okay. So
when he got out, he had to live
off of circumstance.
Right, exactly. Okay. So we understood that. But the lender said,
"Yeah, business-wise, we can't do."
Right.
Oh, damn.
So we don't want to just harp on the high credit score, which is what a lot of people is looking at. Would that give you a better interest rate? Yes, but first you got to get into the door to get that.
Right.
And so that's where we keep talking about the debt to income ratio. So what I say to people is when you come to me and I talk to you about the debt to income ratio, you have to be prepared to eliminate it. Because once you be prepared to eliminate it, then you're on the road. But some people don't like to eliminate their credit card.
Right.
Yeah. And they think it's a good thing. You know.
So this man was over and underqualified for a house at the same time. Right. That's insane. You got all the credentials. However, you can't be trusted with.
Right. God. Let's say he was trustworthy. He was trustworthy because his credit score showed that he was trustworthy because he was on time.
Everything was on time, right?
But what it was is that by the time you paid everybody, how you gonna pay me?
That you see what? Yeah, exactamundo.
He may have had another way to do that.
However, we gotta follow that. Yeah, we gotta follow that.
That's right. And on the side note, this guy, I know him personally as well. I mean, he can buy just about anything. You know what I mean? But you can't get a home, and that's what people need to understand when it comes down to real estate. It's ran by, of course, we know the government, so you have to go with their rules. And so with that being said, that's what hold a lot of them back. You know what I'm saying? Now we have a new project where and I don't like saying this on the air because people they'll call me and get it misunderstood, but it's called bank statements. If you can show how much that you've been putting this amount of money in the bank for a long period of time, et cetera, it can justify. You mean so? But that's a long story. Everybody's situation is not the same. Yeah. So I'm very careful about exposing that one. Of course. But just to know that it is out there.
Yes, sir.
And so there's a program designed for everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody is a tailor-made program designed for everybody.
Yeah.
So I don't like for people to say, "Well, I got this and I got it like that," because that's you. And see, the next person may be different. And see, a lot of people come to me like, "Well, my friend, he got a house and he was on this, that, or the other."
Right.
Because the first.
Yeah, you're not your friend. She just said that you're not your friend, bro. So like, why you trying to do what he's doing? But that makes sense.
So it's a program for everybody. Everybody can eventually own their own home. It just you might not be able to own it today. But if you follow the blueprint, you'll get in there. But some people don't like following blueprints either.
And y'all do have a program where y'all help with credit scores,
yes,
correct?
We sure do.
Can we jump into that real quick?
Yeah, we have a person on the team. In fact, my wife is working with him. But we have a person on the team that can actually work with you on getting your credit score to where you need
Mm-hmm.
it. And so we have resources.
Right.
It's just that we have to get you in there
In order to use the resource.
in order to use resources.
Golly.
And I want to, and I'm glad we're there, because what I want everybody to understand is it's a process.
Yes.
And if you follow the process, you'll get there. Don't worry about what Joe doing or what Diane doing, what they told you, the hearsay.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not the lender.
Yes, sir.
They're not a mortgage loaner. Come to me, and I will lead you. And we will guide you. We will hold your hands. You know what I mean? All you gotta do is follow the blueprint.
Right.
And we'll get you in the home. Everybody, the thing is, and we're gonna this goes to the next situation.
Talk to us.
The thing is this, it doesn't cost you anything. Like when you go to apply for an apartment, you gotta pay your security deposit, non-refundable, whatever. You gotta go through all that formality. When you're trying to get a home, it don't cost you nothing. Just a phone call, information, documentation, and we can tell you whether you are qualified or not. It's that simple. You got people that think, just like Shay, right? You got people that think they can't get a house, right, on their own thoughts. But when I look at it, I'm like, because she was just showing me her. Yeah, I'm gonna put her on blast, right? She just showed me her score,
right?
And she have a score that most loan originators and lenders would be glad to work with.
Wow!
Look
at you!
So allow us to give us the opportunity to tell you where you at.
Right.
So another thing, again, I say no. I feel like my next thing would be too is that like I don't have much to report it, if that makes sense. And then somebody was like, get a tread line, and somebody was like, girl, no, because I know when you do shit like that. So I'm like, because think about it, like respectfully the house. I went on, got like a little fix me upper when I had like a little piece of change. So like my house paid for, my car paid for. So I really don't be having a lot to.
Okay, so you said you don't have nothing to bounce it off.
Yeah, or then it'll be like, okay, she paid this. Every time, every month on time.
Let's go.
Yeah, and you mentioned trade line. And yeah, sometimes you have to be careful about trade line, but you can get the secure credit cards, stuff of that nature, and you can get 2 or 3 of them, and they show you after 60, 90 days, you paying on time. That is established credit. So many different ways, so many different scenarios that I have that I can offer, that nothing should stop you from getting a house. You know what I'm saying? So she just used a lame excuse, y'all. But,
I just want to be ready. I be hitting them up. I'm like, I just want to be ready. He's like, girl. So now I know. Come on, we over here learning together.
I love it. I love it. If you're just not tuning in, welcome to another episode of Connecting the Dots with S&G. I'm your host, Jeff Harold. Alongside the beautiful Shay Trinity, we have the great, the icon, Ken Sikes Sr. in the building, dropping that knowledge about this housing situation. You understand what I'm saying? Now, real quick before we get into the brand new information, I want to ask you, when did it click that this wasn't just a business, it was a mission for you?
Oh man, that was like about 26 years ago.
Wow.
And the reason why I said that it was a mission, because let me tell you, I might have mentioned this before. When I purchased my first house, my credit score was 465. Okay, and I had bad credit. And so my goal was to help everybody who was in my situation or worse.
Right.
So that's when I knew it was a mission. Because a lot of time when you have that 600 credit score and above, most loan originators would jump on that.
Right.
And they leave the other ones below that, they leave them to the wolves.
Right.
So I had 2 individuals that I work with right now today, back then, that one of them is the CEO of the company. They are the one who was responsible for me getting approved to get my house at a 465 credit score. And I was in bankruptcy.
Oh, damn.
So that's when I knew it was a mission for me.
Right.
And so I started a program called First Time Home Buyer Seminar. And I was educating people on what they need to do because I had them follow my blueprint,
Mm.
and that's when I knew it was a mission.
I love that. Oh man, I love that so much. And why did you necessarily pick homes, real estate? What drove you to that actual profession?
Because I know no matter what you do in life, you're gonna always have to have an overhead.
A place to stay.
Place to stay.
Yes, you
You know
do.
what I'm saying? Like right now,
Man.
you know, the AI and everything else is taking over, right?
Oh
But
God.
you know what?
yeah.
They can't stop. They can't present you a house.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So real estate gonna always be there.
Mhm. I love that. Oh my God, this is amazing. Now, what separates helping veterans buy homes from helping regular clients?
What separates them is the fact that they serve their country.
Mm.
That's enough alone.
Oh, yeah,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? And that's what separates them. That's why they have a lot on the table for them. So that's why we work hard
Right.
at working with veterans, because they serve this country. So yeah.
Have you ever helped a veteran who was on the brink and watched their life change after getting home?
Oh yeah.
Talk to us. Give us a story real quick.
Florida. He lived in Florida, and he was on the brink. He was 100% veteran.
Okay.
And I mean, this guy was a militant. I mean, I don't know all about the different medals and stuff like that.
Right.
He had a purple
A purple heart.
Purple
Yeah.
heart, right?
Yeah. He got wounded.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got wounded.
And but it changed his life because he heard about getting homes,
Mm-hmm.
but he didn't really believe it. He just like, whatever, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so he was one of the ones I said, just give me information, let's talk, and I'm gonna show you that you can get a house. He was like, all right, whatever. But he gave it a try. It was like on a Wednesday. On Friday, he was 100% approved. He was in the house within 27 days. 27 days after that. And so it changed.
I'm over might be a
You could be in the house in 27 days.
So
Shoot.
it changed his life drastically.
That's wild.
So I was getting a lot of referrals through him because I took that time with him. It didn't take a lot of time, because once he seen that how it works, rather than hearing and listening to other people, he was a believer.
And the believers are the ones that's gonna always.
That's right.
Man, they're gonna
right.
always
That's right.
get fulfilled.
So
I love that. What was you gonna say, Mr. Sikes?
So he's my landmark for making veterans believe.
And this is Florida.
This is Florida.
See,
Because I do it nationwide.
Oh, so he got a house around all them gators and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
All right, cool.
Right.
God,
Right.
God. Now, in your opinion, what are some of the biggest lies veterans are told about buying a home?
In my opinion, the biggest lie the veteran told about at home is that all you have to do is be 100%.
100%, right? That's what I was
lie.
told too.
You know what I mean? And I for a while I was like, didn't understand it,
Mm-hmm.
but till the lender started breaking it down to me. But that's the biggest lie. They was told that as long as you 100%, you got a war letter 100%, 70%, 80%, whatever it is, that you will get in a home. And that's the biggest lie.
Oh wow.
Now, it's one of those lies / follow the process.
Right.
Because we say lies because they just think that no matter how much their debt is, you get a home as long as you're 100% veteran. And that's not the case.
Right.
So now they're learning to understand now. They've been educated now, because I think we have someone in the veteran corner that's actually educating the veteran now. So
Okay, I love that. That's good. Now, do you believe the system is failing veterans, or veterans are just not informed?
veterans just not informed. Yeah, because the system's not going to ever fail the veteran.
I believe it.
No, it ain't gonna ever happen.
Yeah, right. I believe that too. I believe that as well. I know that at one point we do have personal decisions that we make. So like not every veteran is in the best situation. However, some decisions were made personally.
Exactly.
That's why, yeah. So I definitely get that. What benefits are veterans not using that they should be when it comes to housing?
They're not using. I've worked with maybe two, but I've spoken with several of them that have their war letters and not using them.
Wow.
They kept saying that they're going to save it for this, save it for that, whatever the fact may be. Whatever the reason is, they're not using it. That's what they're not using is their benefits.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree. Now, if a veteran is watching right now with zero knowledge, I mean, baby mind, don't know nothing about this, what are the first 3 steps that they should take first in order to do that?
Yeah, 3 steps. Huh? He got 3.
3.
Okay. Let me tell you the biggest step.
Right.
Is to call me.
Right on. Right on.
That's the biggest step because then I'll work with you on the next 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
Is to give me a call and this get completely educated. Kind of like then one of the biggest thing is block out what you was told.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And just key in on what I'm going to school you on. And that's the number 2 thing.
I feel it.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking? I feel it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I was laughing. He got 3. One thing is just call me. We can take him from there. You know what I mean? Because we highly respect veterans, and to the it's not to downsize civilians stuff of that nature. It's just the fact that we're gonna say this a lot. We all know they served our country.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So with that alone, gives them a major plus. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, just give me a call, and every veteran still have a difference is different than others. You know what I mean? For example, you got 100% approved, 100% veteran, 70%, 50%, whatever it may be.
Yes.
So each one of them is different.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we work with them different, but we serve them all the same.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Now, what does it feel like for you handing those keys over to that veteran?
Well, actually, it's not me to hand the keys over. It's the real estate agent, but it's me to hand the letter of approval over to the real estate agent.
Okay, well, let me ask you how that is. How does that feel for you?
That's awesome. I feel like I was in the service when I do that. You know, so,
for real.
Yeah. But it's awesome because you know why? Because that's one of their biggest purchase.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it feels so good. It's one of their biggest purchase that they have received after serving the country.
Right.
So that's what I get out of that one.
Okay, I love it. Now, I want to see which one I want to ask before we jump into the new information, because I want this question to set up what you're about to reveal to us. Okay. Tell me about a veteran. No, better yet, tell me about what you've seen with veterans. Have you seen a situation where a veteran has gotten a house and then lost it?
I really hadn't seen that one as of yet. But what I have seen with a veteran is what we talked about earlier. They've been 100% veteran and having a lot of other issues that they had, established on the side. I have seen a lot of that, and it kind of make you feel bad because your mission is to serve them, to get them in their home, and then when they run across what they had on the other end,
you're right,
which is actually what stops them. That's the sad part, because really, should they be held liable for that? It should be separated. That should be separated because of their service, but unfortunately, it's not. So
okay. Now, I am excited about this new information that you have come upon, because I remember I was talking to you, and there were some things that happened and everything,
right.
But you also told me that once we do the interview, you have to let us know the new information that just dropped about the housing situation, what's going on. So please, I am ready. I know Shay ready. I know Yanni's ready, because all 3 of us are actually looking for, our own separate, entities. So this is going to be good for all of us involved and everybody watching. So, so before we jump into it, if you're just now tuning in, welcome to another episode of Connecting the Dots with S&G. I'm your host, Jeff Harold, alongside the beautiful Shay Trendy. We have Mr. Ken Sikes Sr. in the building, and he is about to drop some knowledge for y'all, something serious. Mr. Sikes, the floor is yours.
Okay, we're going to start with the new stuff first.
Okay.
Let's work our way back. You were talking about investing into real estate. We always talk about purchasing our own home, right? But then you have a lot of individuals that wanted to actually become investors, real estate investors, want to become home renters.
Right.
Well, the new information is that you can become an investor.
Right.
And we do have a program for if you want to invest, if you want to start becoming a landlord.
Right.
If you want to start doing Airbnb, if you want to start doing all that kind of stuff that we didn't know, we have programs for you now. Because most people thought that you had to be in the real estate for a long time to be an investor. No, we have a program even for first time investors. That's the big thing, because a lot of people say, "Well, I want to invest in real estate. How I can't never invest in real estate, right?" Well, you can. You can. Everybody can invest in real estate. It's all about coming, giving me a call, and let me lead you to how it can all happen. And we have a situation where we have blueprints, we have tutors, we have everything to walk you through these programs on starting to build your own investment profile.
Right.
So that's the biggest thing that's happening now, and everybody's happy because Airbnb is what's happening now.
Yeah.
And what we call DSRC loans, whereas here's the key: you can actually purchase a DSRC loan. It's like becoming a landlord, because we don't actually go just on your credit now. We go on the market value of the property, so you can actually get approved for one of those. Now, here's the thing: is it less down for you as a new investor versus a veteran?
Yeah.
It is actually a little bit more down for a new investor, but at the same time, it's durable, and that's something exciting that we want to present to everybody. You can become a real estate investor, so that's big. That's real big, and we also want people to understand that we have, like I was telling you, we have a source that will hold your hand and assist you to get you where you need to go at, rather than just closing the door on you.
Right.
And that's important, because a lot of people, they come in with a low credit score, or they come in with a high debt to income ratio, and they just told that that's it. You can't get approved for a home, but we have a system where we can guide you through. And believe it or not, that may not sound as big as it really is. It's big now because we give you the blueprint to do what you need to do.
Correct.
And so where that wasn't presented at all times in the past. So that's what we do here now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's good. It's a good program now. Again, becoming a real estate investor is kind of major for a lot of people,
right,
that wanted to do it in the past and was turned away. Change Lending itself have a program for that.
I like this a lot, Mr. Sikes. I'm really glad that you came here today, because this is information that it doesn't necessarily go under the radar, but it's funny because in the social media feeds all the time, they have information out there. Some of it might be off-putting, just to get you to do this, but to hear somebody actually sit down, break it down all the way through, right, to what you can actually do, what you need, that's refreshing. That's refreshing.
And that's what we do. We break it down. We don't just tell you what you can't do. We tell you how you can do it. And that's needed now. A lot of people come in and be like, "Well, you can't be an investor." They don't say it that way, but that's the way they present it.
Right.
You can't be an investor. We don't do that. We don't do it just to get your business. We do it because we can make it happen. See, some people it's like I hate to dog them out, but some people like to use car sellers. I mean, they get you in there, they get your hopes up, and then you be there for 8 hours and find out you still can't get approved for a car.
Oh, you're not dogging them out. That's true. That's absolutely true. Yeah, all them. That's you're not dogging them out. They do that. Yeah.
So
they do that.
We get you in there and we lead you, we guide you, we assure you if you follow these blueprints, you'll get what you want.
No, okay. This is amazing. Shay, you got all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, good. Because I'm asking some questions now. I want you to tell me about exactly what is it that really drives home what it is that a veteran deserves when it comes to his benefits or the resources. Because a lot of vets, like, okay, I won't say his name, but a cousin of mine who went to the military before I did, right? I had to when he got to the military, he got a good paying job, $95,000 a year, doing great, but he wasn't using any of his benefits, not any of them, housing, anything of the nature. And he was just misinformed. He was stubborn too, but he was just misinformed. But when I told him about his actual benefits, what he could get, because he has kids too. He has 2 kids and a wife that he stays with, and he's making good money, but he knew nothing about the benefits. So once I told him what to do, everything else, now he's 80%, 90%, right? What do you think is the issue as far as soldiers being misinformed about the information? Do you think that they're just not looking, or people, or some companies out here just selling a lie to try to get more numbers?
Let me make sure I understand the question. Okay, so you're asking me what is the thing that drives them negative?
No. What drives a soldier to not inform themselves about what we're talking about now?
Stubbornness. But they don't have, a lot of them don't have a lot of faith and trust, in the system,
right?
For whatever reason. And that's what drives them from being stuck where they at.
Okay.
But at the same time, not being broken down properly, where they can better understand where you're coming from.
Okay.
So because sometimes we talk to them, and yeah, they just normal as anybody else.
Right.
They serve the country, but we talk to them from a different perspective.
True.
Where they're not going to comprehend it. So it has to be broken down to them clear.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's where it drives, it drives it in a negative. Because it's not broken down clear.
Okay, it's not broken down clear. Okay, I completely understand that. What should a veteran avoid at all costs when it comes to trying to get a house? What are some things that they need to avoid from doing?
They need to really avoid from listening to everybody else. But
because
what happens?
Look at him, come on.
Yeah, don't listen to nobody else.
Yeah, I was just saying, look, I ain't that I'm the best, but I'm just one of them.
You know what I'm talking about.
And I'm here talking to my team here, but the fact of the matter is, it's all about getting educated properly. And it's like I don't have all the answers,
right?
But I have a team to do.
I love that.
And see, some loan originators like want you to believe that you got all the answers, and that's where they fail at. Because I tell you in a minute, hold up, let me make a call,
right?
And I get back.
And I'll get back to you.
Right.
Yeah, that's the best thing you can tell anybody.
We got a team that specializes in veterans. We got a team that specializes in FHA. We got a team that specializes in land. We got a team that specializes in everything. And so it's an army. You know what I mean? And so when you talk to me, you're talking to the army.
That's right.
It's just that I hang up, let me get back with you, or I even put you in contact with that person that specializes in that area.
Right.
So I don't have all the answers. So I joke a lot, but I don't really have all the answers. But I just have a team to have the answers.
You're the general that talks to the colonel, the lieutenant colonel, the major, the lieutenant commander. Like, yeah, you talk. Yeah, exactly. I like that. I like that a lot. Before we wrap this up, I want to ask you just a few more questions, and then we're going to get into one of the fun parts of this show called the this or that, right? So now, what do you want your name to mean in this industry when it comes to helping veterans?
That's a good one. You know, you put me on the spot on that one. But I want my name to mean with what I used to call me, keeping it real. I want my name to mean that when you come to me, it's going to be the real deal,
authentic. Yeah,
you know what I mean, and exactly, and that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. To look like.
I love that. Now, when it's all said and done, what do you want the veterans to say about you?
The veterans said, "I am the one that they should have fought next to."
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
I should have had him on that table. No, for real. Like I want them to feel that comfortable. You know what I mean?
Right.
To be able to talk to their brother veteran or their sister veteran to know that he was with us, but you just didn't see him.
I love that. I love that. Are you building a business or a movement?
A movement. See, because the movement is going to keep you going. It's going to take you to one level to the next.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A business can fall.
Yeah. Oh,
so
man.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people were prepared to hear that. They were watching, like, how some people, my business good. Oh, okay.
I know, right?
Keep living. Just keep on living, player. Now, our last segment of the interview is called Rapid Fire. You feel what I'm saying? Now, this is this or that, if or that. You feel me? Now, we're gonna run through some things, and I'm gonna ask you, and you just tell me exactly what it is in your head. All right, here we go. Renting or owning?
Owning.
I knew that was gonna be. I already knew that. I knew that was gonna be.
Why we ain't gonna that? Let's give respect. There's a lot of people who rent because they choose to rent.
Right.
And
okay.
They're not rent because they came by.
Right.
They just choose to have on. You can ride by. You can see.
It be cheaper sometimes. Owning shit than renting for real.
You can ride by. You can see Mercedes Benz. You can see all kind of vehicles in the apartment
Right.
complex. And they probably have more money than all of us put together.
Yeah.
And the credit is good, but they choose to. But then you have another one that is in the apartment complex because they don't know they can purchase. And you have another one in there, that just not in a position to purchase. Those are the two I'm looking for.
Okay.
Well, that's that. Just want to add that in there.
That makes sense. I like that. That makes a lot of sense. Dream home location. Dream home. If you could pick anywhere in the world to establish y'all empire, the estate, the estate, where would it be? And you got your wife looking at you, so I want you here. She like, you better say the right thing.
She ain't answered the question. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good question too. I think mine's gonna be kind of weird. It's wherever you feel comfortable. You know what I mean? Wherever you feel comfortable is the good place to build your dream home.
I like that a lot.
So and I say that because again, you have some people live in different parts of the area that you wouldn't want to live in.
Right.
But guess what? They're comfortable with that.
They're comfortable.
And that's their dream home.
Man.
You go up in there, you be like, hold up. But so that I would say wherever you're comfortable, that is your dream home. So yeah.
Okay. One word to describe veterans. One word.
I wouldn't be here without him. No.
I said one word, and he said I wouldn't be here without him. That is a word, though. That is a word. That's a word for real.
One thing, I thank you. I appreciate you. Those are the words. One, it ain't.
It's more. Yeah, it's just more than what's up?
Dre Johnson. I know we both Scorpios. He was like, "Tell Pops I said hello."
Dre Johnson.
Dre, what's going on? Yes.
All right, Mr. Johnson, shout out to you, brother. Yes. One thing civilians misunderstand about vets.
They misunderstand what they had to endure. Basically, because we can talk all the talk, but if you don't understand what they really had to endure, and if I didn't have a brother that actually had went through it and a sister, I probably wouldn't understand it either. So we don't understand what they endure.
I like that a lot, Mr. Sikes. I really do. Some people sell houses, but some people restore dignity. Tonight, we connected the dots between service and stability. sacrifice, and ownership. And if you're a veteran watching this, understand this clearly. The mission didn't end, and neither did your opportunities.
Absolutely.
Mr. Sikes, where can people find you, and how can you help the next veteran watching this right now?
People can find me through contacting you and connecting the dots. And they can find me through 214-946-0291. And they can also find me from Sikes Property Investors on social media.
Yes. Oh, yes. And my last question: how can you help the next veteran watching this right now?
By him or her calling me. And that's being true.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will say this and they will say that, but then when they get on the phone, everybody's situation is different. So by giving me a call and just sitting down having that 5 or 10 minutes conversation, that's how I can help you for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the icon, Mr. Ken Sikes Sr. for being here tonight. We really do appreciate it. We appreciate the new information. And ladies and gentlemen, you heard this man. Please get at him. He will help you to the best of his ability, but make sure you do what you need to do in the process. I got paperwork I have to get to him very soon.
Please get that paperwork.
Yeah. Say it. Oh, it's okay.
You had a reason.
Yeah. Yes. We just got it. But now we stepped out. We got that.
Right.
So now we ready to get back on track.
Once you do that, I mean, once they get the paperwork we require, it's a slam dunk.
Right.
It's just getting the paperwork.
Right. And also, do people now? Before we go, I keep coming up these questions all of a sudden. When it comes to what was I going to ask for the housing situation? Now, if somebody is getting the house and they submit the that's what I was going to ask. If they submit the information to you, all the paperwork or whatever, do they need to have a house picked out already, or can they still be in the process of actually trying to figure out where they want to stay at?
Good question, because a lot of them do it backwards.
Yeah, talk to them.
Once they get the paperwork, all the documents we need. Well, once they get the documents we need, at that time you start going to look for a house.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because what happens, the real estate agent need that approval before they even start, because they need to make sure you are in the price range that you're supposed to be in.
Right.
So, but the docs is something. Let me go back a minute. The docs is something that you present once you've been told perhaps what you qualify for. Now you need the docs so it can pack shit up.
I like it.
But the docs is so important because that's what dictate the time frame on you getting into the home.
Right.
And so a lot of people don't bring the doc. They piece it off, and when you piece it off, it takes a little bit longer. But once you get the docs, you in there.
Okay. Y'all heard that. Once you get the docs, then you can start looking. You feel me? They got to make sure that you're able to get approved and y'all that goes. Okay, I love that. So y'all can only make it hard on yourself. He literally can make it easy for you.
Exactly.
So y'all understand, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Sikes have left the building. She didn't interview tonight, but this has been another episode of Connecting the Dots with S&G. I'm your host, Jeff Harold, alongside the beautiful Shade Trendy. The Sikes have left the building. See you when I see you. What's going on?
Look, because he's trying to make sure his pops see him.
Tell Pop I said what's up. I didn't see it on there. There you go. Dre Johnson, what's up, man?
Hey, Dre.
What's going on, Big Dre? What's going on, man? Hey, man, your
Pisces.
Pop. Okay.
I can start.
No, because we both Pisces, me and Dre.
Oh, that's all. This big Pisces. Period. Okay, my man.
I'm drowning in here. There's a lot of water.
She always got to bring that.
Oh, you a Virgo like me?
I'm a Virgo.
September 17th, right here.
September 11th.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
I know how they go. My nephew.
Now, I got out the army on September 11th, 2013, so I know how it is. Yeah. So I know that day you woke up on your birthday, you like, damn. Like, damn. They had a whole party for that. God.
I see why we get along. But
ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of Connecting the Dots with S&G. I'm your host, Jeff Harold, alongside the beautiful Shade Trendy. See you when I see you.
Peace out.
like Hennessy. Darling, this is my reality. It feels so right, the sparkle in your eyes. I can't believe I almost gave up love. This feels like paradise. My mama told me, I guess this is what it feels like to be chosen. I must admit that when I'm by myself, sometimes I think of what I do without your love. I wonder what I do without you, what I do without you. Wonder what I do without you. Sometimes I wonder what I do without you, what I do without you. Baby, what I do without you.